So iShowSpeed was literally just in Algeria. He's doing the African tour right now. He's been getting a lot of love. Unfortunately, he hasn't been getting love from Algeria though. And in today's clip, we're actually going to dive into exactly what's going on. So look at what literally happened in real time when they were streaming online.
Oh, Luke, the stadium is massive.
So you can see he's walking through, he's doing this thing, showing love as he usually does, and then guess what happened?
What? They throwing stuff? Ah, shit. Why they throwing stuff? Ah. Oh, hell no. What they throwing? Don't panic. I'm not even on a rivalry team. I'm not even a rival. I support United.
They start throwing stuff at him. And it's so crazy what's going on, man. You've got some people trying to justify it, saying all sorts of things. In fact, I'm actually going to show you guys a clip right now in real time where you got some people literally trying to justify this type of stuff. It makes no sense to me personally, but I'll show you guys what I'm saying.
Let me say this clearly, because there's a lot of misinformation going around. Speed did not get hit with water bottles because of race or because he's black. That's not what this was about. What actually happened is that...
And by the way, guys, this is actually an AI UGC character. This is not a real black person saying this type of stuff. How you can tell something is AI is that these AI characters always have like some sort of, you can hear like an artifact in their voice, you know what I mean? That's just how the AI kind of, because I'm in the AI space, you know what I mean? Outside of music and stuff like that. So I work with this stuff practically all day, every day, right? You can tell by it's like an artifact on their voice, you get it. So this isn't a real person, you know. Someone's basically gone and made an AI UGC character and is trying to explain what's going on. So let's see what they're saying on their side.
Accidentally tried to film the ultras in the stadium. And if you know anything about football culture, you already know that's a major rule you don't break. Filming ultras is strictly off limits. They value their privacy, they want to protect their identities, and that rule applies to everyone, no exceptions. If you go to a stadium anywhere in the world and start filming ultras, the same reaction can happen. This wasn't personal, and it wasn't racial. It was about respecting stadium culture and unspoken rules. And honestly, outside of that moment, the stream was great. The energy was good, the dances were fun, the country looked beautiful, and Speed was clearly enjoying himself. The people showed him love, embraced him, and the overall vibe was positive. He loved the experience, and you could see it. So before people rush to conclusions and turn it into something it's not, it's important to understand the culture and context first. Shout out to Speed for handling it the way he did, because the stream was still fire. What do y'all think? Do people react too fast without...
It's crazy what AI can basically do. But you got people basically trying to justify it, saying that, look, you're not allowed to basically film ultras, etc. And that's totally fine when it comes to the whole stadium culture, etc. But what's not fine is the whole throwing things at him, calling him out on his name, so on and so forth. Because if it was only the stadium culture, if it was a case where, okay, they don't want people filming them and putting their faces on camera, etc., then of course it'll be a different type of reaction. It'll be like, okay, yo, can you please not film us? Or let's say if they even shot, etc., there wouldn't be slandered. There wouldn't be people throwing, etc. There'll be someone to come to their team saying, yo, this isn't what we do over here, like let's allow it, etc. And also outside of that, I don't even know why I'm even trying to be civil and justify it, because it's not okay. Outside of that, this guy has been around the world, bro, filming in stadiums, filming with different people, etc. Does it seem to be like whenever people go over to like North Africa and countries, it's almost as if though they blatantly just say, bro, they don't like black people, fam. And it makes no sense. You're in Africa, like, you're African, no? Like, it's even to a point where a lot of North African people, again, I know a lot of North African people, I'm cool with them, etc. But outside of the ones that I'm cool with and the people that maybe grew up in a diverse place like London or the major cities where they understand that racism isn't cool, some of them actually go as far as to say that, yo, we're not African, we're Arabian. Like, we're not Aussie people, we don't like you people, so on and so forth. And it will always confuse me. Like, racism as a concept, anyways, is flawed. We are now talking about racism from a country that's literally in the same continent as you as well. It's like, bro, like, I don't understand. It's ridiculous. Now, look, you got a clip over here from a guy basically talking about it and literally saying it from my perspective, where I don't necessarily believe this is justified. Let's watch it.
Bro, this iShowSpeed racism incident that happened in Algeria is insane. Obviously, Algeria is not in Europe, it's in Africa, but they don't claim to be African, they claim to be Arab. And the fact that people are trying to justify this racism thing when they were all throwing stuff at him in the stadium because he had his hand in his pants, bro, that is not true at all. Locals were literally calling him the GER as he was just casually driving around in the city. It's the fact that it's only the Arab countries that are racist towards people. iShowSpeed is just doing his job as the streamer, showing all these different cultures and countries in Africa, and the Arab countries are definitely being exposed. The fact that they also try to justify the racism as like, you don't know Algerian soccer fans. Come on, bro, no matter what type of soccer fans you are, that's just ignorant to say. I don't know, this whole thing just got me fired up because it's the fact that like, I didn't know this was happening in Africa. And it just shows that it all stems from Europeans because Europe used to rule Algeria. So when I said Algeria and Europe had correlation in my video, it wasn't saying that Algeria was Europe. You got, come on. That's what I'm saying, I just feel like Algerians found any way to like wrap around the fact of like the racism act they were doing. Don't let it go over your head. Everyone knew exactly what I was saying in that video. Europeans used to rule most of North Africa, hence why they don't like to say they're African, they like to say they're Arab. And I'm not saying all of North Africans are racist. I just think that history does show itself here, and that from iShowSpeed streams, you can definitely...
And yeah, even me, I don't like to pull the racism card, right? But bro, it's racist, man. It's like, this isn't a situation that's exclusive to Speed. We've seen this being done multiple time and time again with other creators, so on and so forth. And even just for a normal person, like, if you go over to them type of countries, even it gets to a point where I've even had people in my own life that have been to those countries saying like, yo, like, be careful when you go to those type of countries because look, they don't necessarily like you and me over there. And again, as someone that doesn't play the race card and doesn't like to always dive into that, because I don't necessarily believe everyone's racist, it's literally impossible, you know what I mean? Like, there's good people out there, so on and so forth. When you're in certain countries and you're in certain, you know, civilizations, you start to realize that not every single place or culture is like how it is again in the major cities, where you got, for example, here in London, where yeah, you got people that are racist, let's be real. In America, you got people that are racist, etc. But when you go outside of those type of countries, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, this world is actually still in the archaic days. They're still in the times where, you know, it's okay to be racist according to them and things like that. And again, it's not justified. I don't necessarily believe this should happen. I want to show you guys another clip as well, so you can see in real time, like, look, this is really what is going on, and it shouldn't actually be allowed as well. Look. Cool. So for example, if it was a case where it wasn't racism, they'll literally just say, okay, no camera, get rid of it. Da, 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 da. That's it. They cut the camera and move on to somewhere else. Like, these guys are respectable. Look what happens though.
Get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Makes zero sense. I don't understand why racism is still alive and well. Makes zero sense. Maybe it's because of the media and how they portray, you know, black people. Maybe it's self-hatred as well, because if you're an African, you know, continent, like, and you know, anyways, so let's not even do history lessons right now, you know what I mean? Because part of, obviously, places and regions of North Africa, yeah, they were conquered by the Arabians and also the Europeans and things like that. So there's some justification there, but justification for the history, not justification for the racism. You know what I mean? It mind boggles me. But my people there, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. You believe it's a racist act? You feel like Speed shouldn't have, you know, showed a camera on the ultras because apparently that's not part of the culture, so on and so forth? Like, who's in the wrong here? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to like if you like these type of updates and you like any of my commentary, you agree with anything I said. And most importantly, subscribe as well. We're trying to build a channel all the way to the moon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.